Hello, welcome to another Drive World tier list. Today, we will be going over the highly requested 400 class. As usual, here's the icons to identify how the cars drive. I only did one lap on race circuit, and the engine swap, if used, is next to the car's name. Let's begin. We might as well just skip over all of these, as they're all so basic and boring. Why is this car overly inflated with score? The contender surprised me this time, finally not being dead last in this list. Stirs has too much score for its own worth. Stallion 500 almost got into decent, but it's just a few seconds behind its little brother on Highlands. Super 4 and Zeno are both almost bottom tier. Their handling doesn't make up for their terrible acceleration. And the Vulture, as usual, isn't bad swapped. And no, your eyes aren't deceiving you, that's a microbus.
But Turbo Stuntman, isn't the microbus always in mid-tier because you religiously won't put it in bottom tier?
Yes. But this time, it is truly in mid-tier. The regular Carbon has better overall speed than the RS, but it's worse on the turns. Civil and Tiger are both fast accelerating, sharp handling cars. Because of this, they're best used on city tracks. Comet is pretty heavy, but it gets the job done on Highlands. Despite its decent handling, I wouldn't use it on twisty tracks. ST3 is overall just faster than the Stirs thanks to having more power in 400. Rotary is a good track car, but it falls behind in top speed. These two stallions are just the 500 but with sharper handling, and every Stratus is here, no exceptions. The more expensive it is, the better. Rally RS has good turn-in at low speeds, but it understeers at higher speeds. Use this for tracks with lots of hairpins, like hill climb or overpass jump. Widebody Cruiser actually did better than I expected, but it's painfully slow accelerating. And, finally, Zen 3 has better handling, but worse top speed than the Zen 4. Apex RS did worse than I was expecting, but it's probably just the lack of torque with an i6. Buck is incredible in a straight line, but it's just a heavier wagon all around. Blips try to kill you whenever they get the chance, also good in a straight line. Focal RS is just a civil with more grip. Cruiser is heavy and did much worse than I was expecting, but it'll redeem itself later on. Trust me. S34 did really impressively on race circuit, but it's way down the list on Highlands. 977 and Super 5 are both very responsive cars, with nearly identical times. And, finally, the Turbo S finally gets its redemption, being a good straight line speed car with the V10 RS, which almost got into meta.
9 of the most iconic cars ever! So, stop looking at my tie and let's start rolling with the video!
Apex managed to get a V8. It's more undrivable than the Blip, but it's very worth it. Exotica, as I now know, is overpowered everywhere. I'm actually embarrassed that I said it sucked before. Nightline S35 is also one of those above average cars, and it's no different here. Odin, Beast, and Wagon are extremely fast in a straight line, with the Odin being much better on the corners, but slightly worse on the straights. And for the moment I've been waiting for. The Interceptor. I knew I wasn't crazy when I said this car was good, but I wasn't expecting it to be this good. It's mediocre on race circuit, but it's insane on Highlands. With a good tune and line, it's definitely possible to get 206. Well done.
It's a joke! You should be ashamed of yourselves!
You'd think a starter car would be useful in 400, but no. And here's yet another electric in bottom tier. Trofeo and V10 LMS are victims of overscore, but the fact that the V10 is 100 points above its base version just set this car up for death. Well, I guess that's it. See you next time.